Hey there, guys. I just want to connect with you after the long weekend and see how you guys are doing. Just kind of touch base, connect with you, and see what kind of crazy, cool, fun stuff you did over the weekend. Um, I myself, I stayed home. My family went to Tennessee. We had a family reunion, but I decided to stay home and get some work done at home. Also, Winnie's been really funky lately with her, having a babysitter. It's cat season. And what I mean by that is that we've got some feral cats going on, and Winnie won't come in. When there's a cat outside, she'll stay out there, and then of course, she's going to torment. The cat torments her. She torments the cat, and in the long run, whoever is watching her is going to pay the price. So I decided to stay home and get some work done. So I played in the dirt and got a lot of work done around the house, and it was good. It was really good. But also at the same time, I had a long weekend and I had a lot of time to do some thinking. And everybody that knows me knows that I am a deep thinker, an intense thinker, an overthinker, and sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's not. But this weekend I did a lot of soul searching. Now, I'll tell you, the energy has been really crazy and it's been really, really wonky. If you haven't recognized that, if you haven't realized that, the weather has been really out of control, up and down. One day it's like boiling hot, the next day we've got, like mid fall going on, kind of like today. But along with that, we have had some really crazy energy and this influx of energy, which I think that part of it, we had a full moon, we have had these solar storms, but also we have the summer solstice coming up. Now that's on June 20th. So I'm going to be talking about that in a minute because I am doing a special night with spirit for the summer solstice. So keep that in mind. I'm going to be launching the details on that on June 1st. And here's the thing, as I've been doing all this soul searching and, really looking at life and things and situations, I realized that we are in the final week of May. And beginning, in a couple of days, we are officially 6 months into 2024. Or if you want to look at it a different way, we are 6 months away from finishing 2024. And, I had to really think about all the things like, did I accomplish what I really wanted to this year? And, am I on track with where I want to be? Most of you know me, know that I love my business. I love doing what I do. I love helping people. I love making a difference in people's lives. And that is, a part of who I am. But it's my love and my passion being of service to the world. But, last year, I look at this last year. Last summer, I spent almost the entire summer working on business, in classes, taking classes, going through courses. And then at the end of summer and the end of the year, I was like, wow, you know what? Time really flew by and I really didn't get to enjoy my summer. Now, I kept saying, it's for the greater good, businesses will be better and things will grow. And of course, it's always a growing process. I'm self-employed. I don't go to a regular job. So if I'm not hustling, then there's nobody paying the bills, so it's all me. And a lot of people that know me are like, sometimes people will say, oh my gosh, you're so high maintenance. Yeah, I'm a bling girl. Look at bling. I got bling on. I like bling. I like nice things. I like to go nice places. And am I a little bit high maintenance? Yes, but I say that in a very different way. I am not high maintenance in the same sense that a lot of people would take it. Um, I like to get my nails done. I like to get my hair done. Sometimes I've got makeup on, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I look like I climbed right out of, like the backyard in the dirt. But when I talk about being high maintenance and in that sense, I like nice things, and but I work hard for what I have, and I work hard for everything that I want. And the thing that's very different is that I don't ask anybody to maintain me. I maintain myself. So I own that about myself. And there's a lot of things that I own about myself, but one of the things that I have been avoiding, and I want to talk about today about stories. We all have stories. We all have stories that we, look at, right? That we think about, that we repeat. And our stories that we are telling ourselves become our reality. So if you constantly tell yourself, oh, I'm so dumb, I'm so stupid, even if it's just in jest, or even if you're not really serious about it, eventually the subconscious mind picks up what you're saying and it becomes your reality. And even though I know this, even though I teach this all the time, and I say it and I teach my clients and it's over and over and over, I'm no different. I'm human. And tonight I'm gonna own some shit, because I had some time over the weekend to really think about things and think about some of the stories. And some people will tell the story per se that I'm broke. You're right, you are broke. Whatever you say, you are speaking into existence. And some people will say, they complain about their weight, I'm fat. Some people, their story is, I hate my job, and there's nobody hiring out there for my age. And maybe some people are, talking about, again, like the main things in life. I'm broke, I'm fat, I'm stupid, I hate my job. Maybe you're in a relationship that it's not very favorable, it's not very harmonious to your energy field. Maybe you're single and you just feel like you cannot find a good person out there. So we start telling ourselves these stories. And as we repeat these stories, whether it's a bitch session with our friends or whether we're, talking with whoever, it might be a client or at work or just in comment and jest, you don't really realize the power of what you're saying and how you're speaking it into existence. So over the weekend, again, I decided I was doing a lot of very deep thinking, a very, some really major soul searching. And I'm going to get very, very vulnerable here. And I'm not sure why. It was just something that came to me today, because evidently somebody needs to hear it. But maybe it's just because I need to own my shit. So most of you that know me know that I've been widowed for 5.5 years now. And I've had one 7-month dumpster fire, somewhat serious relationship. did not end well. And that was a couple years ago. And most of you have heard me say over and over how glad I am to be single. Okay. And I have some friends that are in some really shitty relationships. And I go, whew, you know what? Being in that situation makes me really, really grateful and thankful that I am single. Now, every once in a while, I miss some of the things that a relationship brings. I miss the good mornings. I miss the good nights. I miss having somebody that asks me about my day, that truly, truly cares about my day. I miss, the physical part of the attention, the affection, all of that goes along with it. Okay, let's be honest. I miss the hot sex too. Like I'm human. I'm 55. I'm not like 1 foot in the grave, even though some days I do tend to feel like I'm a little bit older than that. But I own the fact that I'm 55. Like I'm cool with being who I am, right? It's a part of life. And I wouldn't change my life. I wouldn't change my experiences for the world. I really wouldn't. Because it's helped create me. It's helped me become who I am today. And so I own all of that. But, in doing all this thinking, something that really, came to me is that I miss being somebody's person. And I miss having a person. I really do. But for the longest time, I've been saying, I'm cool with being single. My life is too busy. My business is too busy and crazy and chaotic to really have time for a relationship. Yeah, that's been one of my stories. Part of my story has been that it's really hard to find a guy that is really good with an alpha female. Most everybody that knows me knows that I'm pretty alpha. And I had to really think about that for a minute because while yes, I am alpha, when I had to realize, and I've had to really think about this, that my alpha personality is never going to go away. I'm always going to be alpha to a degree. But what I realized is that my extreme alpha-ness is really a defense mechanism. It's my defense mechanism to protect me against my fear of being hurt again. It's my defense mechanism to protect me from being afraid to be let down again. And I had to realize that I was doing this, I was creating this was my story. Because once somebody actually gives me a chance, like when somebody meets me, I will be honest. And it's not until after or like too late that we've already met, we've talked, and whether it's a romantic thing or a potential romantic thing, or whether it's a girlfriend, meeting a female, meeting a guy, it doesn't matter. I come off like this bold, alpha, assertive, sometimes people will say aggressive female. And that's not 100% who I am. And I had to really, think about that for a minute, is that I do that, and once somebody breaks through that barrier, that boundary, that wall, that little bit of that chip on my shoulder, then underneath there is somebody that is very vulnerable. Being vulnerable, I don't think anybody likes to be vulnerable. Nobody wants to feel vulnerable. But feeling vulnerable, for me, it's very scary. You know, it's to me it's a sign of weakness. And in all my thinking that I have been doing lately, I've realized that number one, I really do want that balanced life. I want the balance between work, family. I really would like not just a relationship. No, I want a fan-fucking-tastic relationship. I want somebody that I vibe with. I want somebody that I laugh with, that I can grow with, that I can feel safe with, that I can feel vulnerable with. I want that person that will see me as the hot mess express that I am sometimes, and they won't judge me. Instead, they'll just love me. Because isn't that what we all want? We all just want to be loved. And I had to really, really take a step back and get real serious and real honest that I do want that relationship. That my life is not too busy. My life is not too chaotic. My life is not too crazy. Now, do I still want to be that world-class speaker? Absolutely. But who says that I can't still be that speaker, even if I'm in a relationship? Do I still want to travel around the world? Absolutely. But who says that I have to keep on sucking it up and doing it alone? I would love to have somebody to travel with. Let's get even more scary. Is it out of the question to think about being in a strong, stable, loving, caring relationship and being with that person the rest of your life? Absolutely not. That's not crazy. But I've told myself, if it happens, it happens. If not, I'm cool with it. I'm too busy for it. My life is fine just the way that it is. These are stories that I've been telling all along. But really, in all reality, I would love to be in that relationship. I would love to be somebody's person. I would love to have somebody to hold hands with, to ask about their day, have them ask me, truly, honestly, authentically, ask me how my day was. These are the things that I started to do some real deep digging and realizing that I've been telling all these stories. Now, maybe your story is different. Maybe your story is about your finances, or maybe your story is about, being healed from trauma. Maybe your story is that, I'm going to suck it up and stay in this job, and you really hate it every day. Maybe your story is that, I'm in this relationship, and when it's good, it's really good. But when it's bad, it's really shitty. That doesn't fly with me. I don't want to live a mediocre life. I don't know about you, but mediocrity is not my thing. I'm not about settling. And I guess if I need to stay single for a while until Mr. Right shows up. I want Mr. Right, not Mr. Right now. And I want you to really think about your stories. What have you been telling yourself that has become your reality? What has your story been? Has your story been, I'm broke? I can't catch a break? Has your story been, well, I don't like my job, but I'll stick it out? Has your story been, um, I'm fat, or we have weight issues in our family, so I guess I'm just meant to be this way? Has your story been, I'm unlovable, I'm undateable? What has your story been? After I dug super, super deep and had to own my shit and realized that I really would like, no, I'm going to take that back. I'd love to be in a really great relationship, and I'd love to spend the rest of my life with someone that matches my hustle, that is both grounded and stable on all levels. That person that makes me a better person, and the person that I can help bring value to their life and make them a better person. I'm really ready for that. And when I got really serious and clear, I was like, okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I don't know how, I don't know why the universe does what it does. It just does, right? And a couple of weeks ago, the universe decided to throw me for a loop. And I'm not going to go into super great details, but the universe threw me for a loop and opened my eyes. And it opened up a door that was closed. And I'm not sure why. I can't answer that because I don't have any idea. And I don't have any answers for it. I just have to accept it. And I crossed paths with someone that I crossed paths with a long time ago. And whether we were meant to cross paths for a purpose again, or whether the universe was just opening my eyes to make me see that I would really like to be in a relationship, that being single the rest of my life was not necessarily my game plan, and kind of opened my eyes to my stories that I've been telling myself, that I've come to accept, regardless of what the reason was behind that. The universe has a really weird way of pulling a fast one on us. And I don't know, it really opened my eyes, and it really made me start thinking. And in the process of that thinking, I decided that, okay, I am going to finally stop making excuses. I'm going to finally stop creating stories. I'm going to finally stop accepting all these bullshit lies that I've been telling myself. Yeah, I did say that. Bullshit lies. And I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone. Now, let me tell you, I am terrified. Absolutely terrified of that rejection, of getting my heart broke again. Because every time that it happens, it makes me put up a bigger wall, and it makes me become more alpha. But I can't keep doing this, right? Like, this is what I coach my clients in. Because if you don't fix the wound, it keeps resurfacing. If you don't learn the lesson, you keep relearning it, and the universe keeps throwing it back at you over and over and over again. So, yeah, here's my huge, super vulnerable moment. I don't know why the universe threw me for a loop. I don't know why the universe opened that door. I don't know why the universe crossed paths with somebody from my past. And it wasn't a bad past. Like, this is not like an ex that, we're going to try it again. I'm not talking about that. Nothing like that. So don't assume that. It's just somebody that I crossed paths with in the past, and somehow the universe crossed our paths again. And again, whether that was to actually make something of it, or whether it was meant to just open my eyes to help me to see that I really do have a huge missing piece of my puzzle in my life. I'm going to allow the universe to do whatever it decides it needs to do. And I'm going to learn, I am learning to step back a little bit, take a little bit of that alpha off, not put as much of a wall up, maybe brush off that chip on my shoulder a little bit, allow myself to be vulnerable, allow people to reach me a little bit more, and allow myself, as scary as fuck as it is to me, allow myself to open up my heart again to the opportunity of dating. That's huge. So I've decided to go out on a limb, and I've decided to honestly put it out to the universe that I am open, that I am ready, and I am willing to begin dating again, so that maybe, just maybe, I will find my true person, and it'll be right this time, So that's all about my story, and some of the things that I've discovered in the last few days. So I would encourage you to really dig deep into your heart and your soul, and to think about the stories that you've been telling yourself, and what lies that you've been telling, because it's easier to believe the story than it is sometimes to actually be open, to be vulnerable, to face and fear that rejection. Scary as fuck to make the changes. That's all I gotta say. But if we don't, then it's gonna be like Groundhog Day, right? You keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you don't learn the lesson, and you don't get very far, and you cheat yourself out of a life that could be absolutely fucking amazing. Because what if? What if you stepped out of your comfort zone? What if I stepped out of my comfort zone And my amazing soulmate love relationship was sitting right there waiting for me to be available, waiting for me to step out so that we could have the most amazing life together. How fucking awesome would that be? What if you stopped telling the story that you're broke and suddenly the energy shifted and money started coming in from all different directions? What if you stopped settling for a job that you hated? And instead of saying, oh, there's nothing out there that's going to pay me the same. Oh, they're not going to hire me at this age. What if you stopped telling those stories and went out on a limb and put yourself out there, and that there was another job waiting for you the minute that you changed the story? And not only was it fucking unbelievable awesome, over the top awesome, but what if it had 10 times the benefits and was double the pay? Wouldn't that be amazing? What if you stopped telling the story that, oh, we have weight issues, or we have mental health issues, or we have this, or we have that? And what if you stopped telling that story and decided to step outside of your comfort zone and rewrite a new story? A story of worthiness, a story of love, a story of positivity as opposed to negativity. What if you stopped settling for the fucking bullshit in your life? The bullshit finances, the bullshit health issues, the bullshit jobs, the bullshit mediocre relationships. Yeah, I said it. What if you stopped settling? Got out of your comfort zone and decided that today was going to be your day, that you're not listening to the bullshit lies, the stories that you've created, and that you're going to rewrite a new story. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of the stories that I've been telling. I'm tired of the stories that I've been writing. I'm tired of the stories that I've been believing that maybe I'm supposed to be single the rest of my life. That maybe the only thing that I'm supposed to do is to have me and my dog until she decides she no longer wants to be in my life. I'm tired of that story. So today, I decided that I'm going to be 100% vulnerable, honest, true, and authentic. And I'm not going to sit around waiting for maybe Mr. Right will come into my life and maybe he won't. I'm now telling the universe I am open, I am ready, and I am available, and I'm looking forward to finding that soulmate person. That we are absolutely fucking amazing and the most dynamic team together. Because I know it's out there. I know it. I feel it. I believe it. And I'm ready. So I don't know who needed to hear this, but I knew that I was supposed to come on and do this. And I thought about it and I thought, nah, I can't be that vulnerable. I can't go there. So, here's the thing. Winnie was outside and the cat was taunting her. God, I'm going to tell you, If you like cats, that more power to you. I like cats too. I pretty much like all animals. But I'm going to tell you something. What I don't like is when the cat taunts her and she goes crazy, and then I have to deal with that. So when I was out there trying to beat her into submission and make her get back in the house, and I was thinking, I was in deep in my thoughts and in my head, should I go live and should I talk about this or should I not? I was like, oh, I don't know. And I really feel this pressing need because maybe I need to just come clean on that, or maybe somebody else needs to hear it. So, in the process of that, as I'm deciding, yes, no, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to hope that you can see this, but I'm going to try to do it as gentle as I can. I happen to look down right at that moment, and if you can see it, right at that moment, what I found in my yard was this amazing, let me see here, 4-leaf clover. And you know me and signs and serendipity and faith and all that other stuff that I totally, totally believe in. So I took that as my sign that I needed to actually come on here and tell the story. And I needed to, make people think about their stories and what they're thinking and saying and creating. So I hope that by me getting super vulnerable and owning my shit, I am hoping that maybe it helped you too. And I just think that you are amazing. I always say this. You are amazing. You got this. You are amazing. And you are a badass. And I truly do believe it, that even when we are in our most vulnerable stages, our most vulnerable moments, we're still a badass. We still are alpha. We are still amazing, and but sometimes we just need to take a little bit of a step back. So I want you to know that I hear you. I see you. I think that you're amazing. And if there's anything that I can do to help you create that best life, if there's anything that I can do to help you reach your fullest potential, by all means reach out to me. You know how to reach me. You can direct message me, you can text me, you can call me, you can email me, you can schedule with me. But I want you to know that I think that you're amazing. And I hope that you will start to rewrite your stories. Because if you don't have positive stories, then it's time to start creating positive stories. So guys, I love you so much, and I want to thank you for spending this time and taking the time to listen to me. I hope you had an amazing holiday weekend. No matter what you did, I hope it was just amazing all the way around. Again, look for details on June 1st. I am going to put out there the details for the online Night with Spirit. There's going to be some really great options with that. So if you are looking to connect with a loved one, maybe get a message from your angel, your spirit guide, asking a psychic question about your life, if that is something that you are interested in, then I would definitely encourage you to join me for the Night with Spirit. It's going to be a very special one on June 20th. That's summer solstice. So guys, until then, I hope you have a great night. I love you so much. Be good to yourself, and I'll see you soon. Ciao for now.